Hello people. As it's a weekday and I'm slightly late, we're going to start straight away. I normally have like a 10-minute countdown. However, because the game had to update this afternoon, and I only did it about an hour ago, it cut into the time. But that's okay, it happens. So we're gonna go and do the new MSQ as of yesterday. No! That's where we want to go. Yeah. We are gonna have a Sphene off, I think, at some point. I would love to have a Sphene off. Alright, let's go. Story. This place got blown apart a little bit. Fake Sphene. Good Sphene. Pick your Sphene. Let's go. You enter black room. Yeah. I'm a little bit tired from work. I've been in the office for 2 days straight. I'm tired. I have interacted with people, and that makes me tired. That's okay, because we're going to play a bit of Final Fantasy. We're going to play till about 9 o'clock, because I've not had my dinner. So, it won't be the longest stream in the world. If you have a moment away, Jude wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Okay, Shell. Hopefully a lot of this is narrated, so I don't have to read. My eyes hurt. And I shut my hand in the fucking car door as well. Ouch. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandra is facing now. Also, we're back in cozy attire. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and death. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right, no additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The king's resolve authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? The guy who literally looks like he's from Silent Hill. Like, that's the best way to describe him. Calix. He lived in the age of the storm surge, as did I. He broke the fourth wall, I remember at the end of the last stream. It was kind of creepy. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough, exploring treatments for loving sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he is obstinately trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calix's motivations, only he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species to generational success was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake the bodies of flesh in favour of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that the endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register the Neo-Regulators. But this is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless, 1,000-fold. If we mean to foil Calix's schemes, then our only option is determined where he's hiding and put him down. Which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, and I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time though, I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Gorya and Shile are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Giggity. Count me in. Raha and the others helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the street of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks you two, I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tolioli. Still can't say it. Alphinaud and Alisaie will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join a Ways group if you'll have me. The more mouths to ask the questions the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you, I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. Pfft, you'll change your tune once we get back on the goods with Calix, then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Da-da-da! Alright, beach, let's go. Speak the Geode outside the Neonstein. What the fuck's the exit? I never remember where the exit is. There we go. So there are 10 quests in total with this new patch. I wanted to get to the end of 5 today, so we only have half to do on Friday, because there's a duty and a dungeon in there. But with the delay of downloading it, I don't know if we'll get that far, but we're gonna stop around 9 o'clock, so we'll see. We'll see how far we can get. A lot of these missions might be short, like with patch 2. But most importantly, we're going to enjoy the story, because I think this will be the end of Dawntrail. And then hopefully the next 2 patches, if it follows the normal pattern, will be the setup for the next expansion. But that's only if they follow it. They may not, they might want to do something different this time. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Should we get started? The people seem uneasy. Are you alright, Joe? Let's see what there is to see. The people seem uneasy. They do. And can't say as I blame them. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment morality once again became as an avoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calix wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. Not one, not Calix nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the spectre of death. As one who lives as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that's convinced me that you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner even. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You deserve to be happy. I almost said Eric Banner. Nah. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for such an eventuality. Oh, she's got her grimoire. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Away and I will take the east. Very well, we shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and await you there. The good news is, because this is very popular, everyone will be round the quest markers. Let's do the rounds then. Let's see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will learn us a tidbit or 2 we don't know before. Oh, this is new. This little information box. I mean, we know how to do this. We've escorted many, but I guess this is one of the new patch updates. It's pretty cool. Are the sentries and airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a Neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way, and even Queen Sphene said so. Yeah, but I don't think that was the Sphene you were expecting. I think it was the fake Sphene. You want to hear my story? While I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His airwheeler dropped right out of the sky and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he never even bothered with one. He was appeased to the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what he meant, until it happened. It's just Final Destination. You can't put off death forever. It will get you. I'm saying this at work again today. I'm such a fucking ray of sunshine. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my first new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 even have already been filled. If you're still a little hesitant, you've not got much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friends. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Oh wait, what? I feel like there's a new factor in these stories we've had, the ones we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. That the people are still deathly afraid. The fights are likely to break out over the Neo regulators. The victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator. It's likely to break out. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? People are still deathly afraid? That's a point of concern, don't get me wrong, but I think we're acutely aware of it already. This is that the victim wasn't wearing a regulator. Yes, I see it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether they were equipped with the regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Oh, they think they're targeting people that don't follow them? That's interesting. Right, where are we going? Up and down. Because I've been at work all day, my voice feels like it's already going. So I have to keep my voice lubricated. It's not a problem one usually considers when streaming. I should have made a coffee before stream as well, but it's fine. Oh, we're going to talk to a robot. Hello, how are you today? Let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Oh, okay, I see you. I'll see where this is going. Also, I saw that there's an event on the 13th. The annual event for the summer. You wish to know if people died in the machine rampage or wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. Nobody's been present by the time I arrived, so I assume the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up. There's nothing else worthy of mention. Moonfire Festival, that's it, so we'll stream that. Oh wait, I think it's time we rejoin Kryle and Sveen. I was half joking with both to Shyle, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryle say to meet the plaza just outside of Trueview? Let's get going. Yeah, so I think it starts on the 13th. The outfit for it is, it doesn't look amazing, but we always stream events, so we'll stream it. I'm still grinding the crafters. I have made fair leeway with the Weaver. And as a consequence, Namazos and the Muggles. I'm working on my relationship with them. I'm trying to unlock my rabbit boys so I can go to the moon and craft with my rabbit boys. I gotta get one of them to level 90. So I'm working on it. Oh, and the dwarfs. I'm trying to unlock the dwarfs as well as a crafting tribe. I believe they're level 70. So essentially you're saying the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative, but they only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say anyone who had removed the regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they've clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive them. Put another way, they've chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. Fuck, I can't speak. Inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would choose to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. So Calyx has chosen that those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What of the dust found at the various sites? Because something went done to the victim. What about the dust? Tell me about the dust. I need to know. Right, the sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us the same thing. He did. I remember. It was the other day. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none know what have become of it. Excuse me. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at the other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may not only lead us to some explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Khalek's murderous actions. Away, we need your help. We've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? Yes, me and my little cozy outfit, we're ready, let's go. Damn it! Our new investigation will have to wait, let's go.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly! Wayakwe!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss. Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The Promise of Tomorrow. I forgot that's what the name of the patch was. Alright, I see the first quest. Oh, I'm standing on her body. That's disrespectful. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. You see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I am sorry. I must have fallen protecting the residents. We'll just go for the money. We're always thinking about money. Our comrade, do you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please, it isn't safe and you need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. I thank you. Please be careful yourself. The music's so sinister. Whilst they're still trying to play the cheerful music underneath. It's kind of weird. I'm guessing we're going in the hallway. Cryle? Oh. Wait. Cryle! Just be outside. Yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of people. That's where we gotta go. Wherever the people be today, that's where we go. Isadora's going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. I don't think we know him, by the way. I was trying to remember if we know him or not. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Walakai sent word? I think that's how you say her name. I am sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. And Joe could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why, has something happened? Possibly, we're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritise securing the residential sector though, at least until we've regained control over the sentries. Then we should search for Geode. I agree, since most Oblivion members have more sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true then they could become prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. We've made modifications to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Thank you for the sub. Malachi has one too. I'll ask her to help Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Joe said he would sweep the surrounding area, so we shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Welcome to the stream. Everything is depressing. The game, not you guys, obviously. But oh yeah, yes. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. This is the latest patch of Final Fantasy XIV, so there is spoilers. It went live yesterday. I wanted to play it before anyone could spoil it for me. So there's your warning, there'll be spoilers. I hope you're doing okay today. The potato is big to block out the weird chat. Because when you go to certain parts of Final Fantasy XIV, you see weird shit in the chat box. You see no sign of Geode, you should search further to the east. I'll zoom out a little bit. We're back in the cozy outfit that we did most of the patches in. Because I forgot to change out the cozy outfit after I was doing side quest shit offline. Plus it's kind of an interesting throwback, to be honest. I think anyway. You see no sign of Geode? Malachi's voice crackles forth from the communicator. Geode, answer me! There's no response. Perhaps you continue your search further to the east. Basically, where there's a giant bunch of people, that's where we're gonna go. Narrows it down where the quest markers are. It's weird to be up to date with the game. Well, a game like this anyway. You see no sign of Geode. The neighbouring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. Okay. The music's so serious.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join you. That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Can't be here! You need to run, now! A trap!
Take care of the others, eh?
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
No, Geode. Okay, first death. Hey, welcome in. Our friend got turned to dust. So sad.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promised to halt my harvest?
Yeah, this is my character. We've been through shit together. You would only seek other victims. I will halt your harvest by defeating you. I'll halt your harvest by defeating you. He looks like he should be in Silent Hill, like this kid. I'm not gonna lie.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
When there's serious stuff going on, the slippers do be kind of messed up. But I love this outfit. I got it in like the first month or so of playing this game. But it's kind of messed up, all these serious scenes. But that's my friend. It's literally Ash, and I'm walking around in my slippers. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind. Was his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Imagine if that's not him and he's actually alive. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen ether allowed for many more Endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We only know too well that there was naught noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him, we have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. Under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession away. It falls to us, we will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in the reflections elsewhere. Ba-da-ba-ba. All these players just got gifted with depression. We should return to the back room. Charles and the others will need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wallachia to meet us there as well. Oh, is it going to teleport me there? Or do I need to run the... It's true, I'm still suffering the after effects of the heatwave, by the way, guys. My skin is still really itchy.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gulocha. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless! Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives! What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Ah, fuck. What's the wrong button? I let the comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shah knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And on top of what happened with Calicia, do you think you could check on her, see how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is the pain? I'll take the chart. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? As you said, you need time to work through it. Is there anything I can do? Apart from beating him in the face. Silent Hill looking motherfucker. You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Galicias say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. But we're British, so we're not going to do that. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've got a shoulder to spare. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. I feel like if we leave, something bad's gonna happen. And we have to come back and bail them out. It's always the way of Final Fantasy. You go somewhere, get distracted, and you come back to the main area and it's messed up. I do like how it's teleporting me around though, so I don't have to, like, map jump. It's a far trek on foot, so I've arranged a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Wait, are we gonna do motorbikes? Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, I'm not in control. Oh, this is cool. These air wheelers are General's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. I think these are the mounts you can buy. For years now I've been taking one out for a return whenever I missed what she said. Whenever I can, maybe? I never need to light my mood, it's under my potato. I never look under the potato. Sometimes she would come along too and would end up bracing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We'd often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. I keep forgetting about the dome, that whole storyline, about how they aged a bunch of people 30 years under this dome. And to get a train to go into it. That part of the story was quite cool. But some of it was just a bit slow, I think. This has definitely not been my favourite expansion, I'll be honest with you. Oh, we're going to the cave. The cave where it all began. Almost there, but be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. So we met these dudes in a cave. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You know, wait, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember at least, the memories from my regulated days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Let's go. I do believe you should let it all out. However, it's not my style apparently. I tell everyone else to let it out though. Oh! Clear the way of monstrous intruders. Right, is Carbuncle out? Carbuncle's out. Okay, we're good. We're good. Right, Aegis. Bahamut. I said Bahamut. Bahamut! Nice. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slows you down at all, I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? That drippy minion's really cool. It looks like milk. She needs some milk.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
I typed it out, but I'll say it. I've been saying Kalicia's name very wrong. To Geode's memory, I will inspire it to the memory.
Oh! What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Oh, we are going into an ad break shortly. So I just decided to mess around with one of my commands. We have actually achieved some of the goals on the Final Fantasy XIV list. Ads apparently start in a minute, so we'll give it a second. So just take you through the goals I'm working on for the offline content. I'm trying to level 100 each Disciple of Hand and Land. Land I've done. I finished it in July. 3 classes. All level 100, which is currently the max. When you max them out, they go a cute little orange colour like that. Beautiful. So I just need to work on these. I'm currently working on Weaver. And then I haven't picked the next one. I might go for the next highest one, which should be Culinarian, perhaps. The second goal is to get all remaining Aether currents. Achieved that with the help of Chicken Pet last week. So I achieved that in July 2025. And then max out relationship with Moogles, Pixies, Sylphs and Kobolds. Working on that as well. Unfortunately, because the Pixies, Sylphs and Kobolds don't really benefit the other goals I'm working on, they've kind of sat on the back burner, but I will do them before the end of December. They're not too far off, to be fair. Because I've started with the Namazus. Because they do benefit me. So Sylphs were recognised, Kobolds were recognised. Moogles were respected, that's our highest one. Namazu friendly. Pixies respected. I want to befriend the dwarfs because I get the tank if I do. And also my little Lollibrits on the moon. But all in good time. One step at a time. Ad break ends in 45 seconds. Wait. I don't know, equip that. Oh, that's right. I upgraded all my stuff. Was that going to the armor chest? No, chest is full. Crikey. Don't tell chat. Don't make me sell everything. Again. On New Year's Eve, I emptied my inventory and sold absolutely everything. And I regret it now because I'm going back to crafting. 10 seconds and we're out of ad break. I should have done exclamation mark ads really, shouldn't I? There we go. I did pause that one by 5 minutes because I didn't realise how long. Obviously, no one realises how long the cutscenes are when it first launches, so. That's the end of the third quest, so we're on 4 out of 10 now. We wanted to roughly be at 5 by 9, so we're getting there. I appreciate you helping me through this. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We paused. And not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realised, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. I don't really care which one I go for. No, I really don't. It's not good, is it? I should be looking at everything and using it. It is time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Coral for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the reason... Actually, Coral's parents is the whole reason we're here. I forgot that. After all, they're first to break away from the preservation and establish an organised resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Away? Am I get some food? No, I'm getting a phone call. Away, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel something is amiss. When I ask you to join me, your perspective will be most appreciated. It could wait till you finish attending to Charles, of course. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go. I've got others to speak with before I return to the back room. I don't think I can teleport from here. When she says outskirts, what does she mean? Oh, literally the place called the outskirts. Wow. Which I think we're in, and I think I've just wasted 100, but it's fine. I gotta think about my overheads. I'm gonna make some money. I wanna be a gajillionaire. I gotta think about my money. Yeah, I could've just flew here. It is what it is. I'm on a bit of a time crunch, it's fine. The time crunch being I need to eat. Away, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behaviour is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. Did you think they'd beep boop when I talk to them? Like they're robots? Beep boop. Oh no, trembling, they're scared. I'm an asshole. I'm the problem here, not them. Oh please, tell me you brought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I hear rumours there are a few left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen's Feet? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I hardly gave death a second thought. But now I know the truth. It's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to be. Oh, they're scaring you by battering the people without the things. It makes you want the thing that they don't have. Interesting. I see what they're rolling through fear. Classic tactic. Neo-regulator equipped resident. You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators and I registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now we're sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. You're sounding a little bit Cyberman-y. Like, I'm gonna go on to a Doctor Who segue where they wanted to upgrade the universe. And upgrade people by taking their brains out and putting them into a metal suit, aka the Cyberman. Didn't end well for them. It won't end well for these people. Also, I'm a Doctor Who nerd, by the way, if anyone else is. I'm doing a mass rewatch at the moment. I am currently on David Tennant, the end of David Tennant era. So I'm watching Torchwood and like all the spin-offs at the same time as well. So Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood, that kind of thing. Because my little Sarah Jane recently passed away, so I thought it was time to watch her series. Wait, where's this person? They're on there? No, they're up here. Bum, 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 bum. Greetings, I remember when you visited with Queen's Fiend. Come check out on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing or if and when our machinery might turn murderous, the spectre of death is ever present. People are terrified and the clamour for neo-regulators reach a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate enough to have claimed a new device early on and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. No, just a weird guy called Calyx. I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Okay, you're all drinking the Kool-Aid. That's what I'm getting from this. Ah, a fellow carbuncle enthusiast. I see you are a person of culture. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? Tensions are running high. Their fear is palpable. Tensions are running high. Yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Oh wait, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamate and Alphino. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Resolution's back in Solution 9, right? I still don't know all the places off by heart, I'm gonna be honest. We are still 3 away from the dungeon and the duty, so that will definitely be Friday. Because I don't really have the time to queue tonight. But Friday we will. I'm working Saturday, but it's not a huge deal. It's fine. Day's pretty out. Oh, I remember the building! The building we had to go up against.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become
That line,
endless.
sorry to interrupt this cutscene, sounds very Thanos-like. Run from it, death still arrives.
With evolution's
Very similar.
brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Val Wuglamat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more Neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, Death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tuliciola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Where is she gone? Sabine! Oh, she just hadn't spawned. Okay. Calyx has control to the core system, which means if we chose to do so, he could deploy soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if he says to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklammat, please let them shelter in Tel Iolai. We welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations. We'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we better spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to tell me where Calyx is hiding though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. I don't know, if he's in the computer systems, it'll be hard to find. Violence and fear, this is not the future she envisioned for her nation. There's more money for this one, it's going to be more involved. Determine how long a quest is by how much money you get. Tel Iolai would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation of the late queen that was so desperate to preserve? What of their bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklammat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandra's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. And I would be yours as well, Sveen. Whether you fall or struggle to rise, I will come running to the rescue. And you will do the same for me. That's how we protect the things we love. That's how we will protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. And don't forget about me. ... Don't forget about me. I too crave attention. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Charles needs a hand? There you all are. Cool, yeah. Ah, splendid, we were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news away, we finally found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as a distribution centre. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? I thought what Clamat was floating then. Thank you for all your hard work, this is a huge step forward. There's optical illusion. And up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. This will probably be the last mission we do. Depends how long it is. But it'll be halfway through the patch, which is exactly where I wanted to be by the end of today's stream. Tell you, we are efficient when we want to be on this stream. We have a clear goal in mind. We can be quite efficient. We ain't fucking around. Oh wait. Wait, no. I do have to go around the back. Fuck. Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. Let's go. I'm ready.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Krile and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale. Sounds like you need one of Jeanotte's energy tonics. You're a treasure.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely. And personally, I hope he does.
What if, as in the patch before, he wanted us to find it though? What if this is a big old trap? We all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device which should help us do just that. I'll explain how and as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the researcher's commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. Never eat, should I wait that? So we should crack across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but... unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electric magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left the security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we find one. Very well, let's go to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings, which is highlighted in pink. You begin searching Containment Complex 1029. Cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path. Helpful hints will be in a different colour. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades. You should find yourself unable to proceed. I mean, if anything's in pink. Personal belongings. We've got notice board, paperwork, drawers, recycling bin, I'm going to go for the drawers. That's where I would keep a card. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance the desk former owner has left some things behind. Imagine if there's like a bomb in there. You discover a card-shaped object. The electric surface is marked with a bold level 1. What we're looking for, try it on the door and see if it opens. Which door is it? That door. Huh. That was lucky. A scanning device. A card-shaped object you hold looks to be of a similar size to the scanner panel. Hacks. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner, and a cutscene ensues. You did it! It's open! And a good thing too, I was getting nowhere with the outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, so that's what the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Let's continue onwards. The door to the Director's office is across the central hub. Oh, another door. Bro. There's nowhere really to oh, there's 2 locked doors this time. Oh, it wants me to use it again, according to this. Use level 1 for the director's office. You hold level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good, maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. Much as the delay chafes me, we'll have to comb through the nearby rooms. Wait, there's one over there that we can unlock, right? Let's start our search in the protolab. That door is already open, at least. We'll find a way through together, Shal, I'm sure of it. Wait, so is this a level... Would this be level 2 then? Oh, I can't even interact with it. Hey, Boots. How you doing, bud? My little kitty cat. After the last stream, I wept over Boots and Teddy, I'm not gonna lie. They had no idea what was going on. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Goya mentioned a locker over in the corner that you couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Oh, hello. Examine the locker's number pad and enter the correct... Would it be on here? Skim through the entries. Today I began my employment as preservation. The organisation was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling this place would be far more fulfilling to work at than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calic's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions. I'm only ever vaguely entertained that mankind must evolve the shackles of flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, and he seems to be but a glittering candle in comparison to Master Calic's binding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene, in quotation marks, insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our militia colleagues, including the Proto-Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Shall I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I've been assigned to assist with a research project in the Deutera Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which have been kept ignorant. It should seem prudent to back up my memory data. Oh, so there's no code in there. I mean, I can look at the pad, but I have no idea what to put in there. The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests inputting the correct combination will help. If you have to uncover any potential combinations, speaking with your comrades will help you progress. Oh, but I don't... I meant to press no. What level are we? Was it 5? It's not gonna be right, no. Yes, I meant to press no, but then I kind of had to commit to the bit. I can't remember what the number of this level is. Kryl, you're a numbers gal. This machine feeds into a soul cell. I'm reminded of the imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. Oh, she did not help. Speed? It looks so complicated. I've to ask Shell to teach me how to use these machines. Shyle? Excuse my impatience, the enemy struck down Calix are close and I'm itching to get my hands on it. Look! What he's got? He's noticed about the research he did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting interference candidate. Okay, if I just write them in here. There we go. It seems to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509. That's not far from what I put in. Proto study 2 will be included in the report. Alright then. And one more. Experiment 163, procedure result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it'll make sense later on. Alright, let's try these 3 numbers. Boots, what is... Ow! Ow! Boots! I could probably play this with one hand, to be fair. Oh, yeah. Okay, because you got attention, now you're ball. Okay, let's try the first one. Okay. Wait, it's not going to take my numbers away, is it? Oh, no! 2... It's okay, I still have them. 2, 0, 1... 0... No. It's not that one. I still have them on the playback, so it's fine. So the next one is 1 1 1 509. Oh, there's the second one. There is something in there. The locker pops open, you discover a level 2 security card. Hell yeah. Oh wait, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but what's that say? Level 2? We needed level 3, didn't we? Yes, but you should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well away. Those preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cars. I imagine they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agree with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not or would not eventually left the organisation altogether. Oh, I almost forgot the researchers kept journals on the data tablets. The ones I read don't explain much, but something big happened in the complex and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admire Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. I did read it. Alright, let's move this investigation to another room. I did read the tablet. Well, we have the Tetra Lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. Let's go back to the hub and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield more security and our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Okay, rob me. Oh, bro. It's my card, but whatever. Alright, let's go. Alright, it's waiting for a card, according to the speech. Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? The Tetra Lab or the facilities? Let's start with the lab. This one. Shell, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all, which means possible the energy supply room's on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign up of the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power could be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the lab, shall we? Okay. Oh, it's very pretty in here. Engaging power supply. No good, it's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Child, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall and directly to the lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? It looks very Squid Games. I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panel set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed, if you look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. May I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it! I've used that type of machine before. Would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path away? The rest of us can help by supplying away with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. It's gonna be a rotating puzzle by the look of it. These two need to touch. Which part aren't we set? Triangle. Okay. It won't let me do that. Oh, access the control panels. Alright, sorry. I ballsed it up. I apologise. Yeah, control panels. Examine the control panels. That's what I was doing. So square. The one you selected is the same. Charlotte, I'm scared. How do we move it then? As you have to glimpse a warning sign from behind the containers, from what I can make out it said caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. I suppose that means only one of each circuitry pattern can be set at the same time. Generation doesn't seem to need any fancy settings. As long as it's running, the circuit is fixed, we should have a power supply ready to go. Oh wait, take a look at this diagram. There's no at the bottom about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an interrupted path. The symbols must represent the room we're in. If that square in the top left is Shell's terminal and the bottom right should be the generator that Golyar is working on. It's hard to make out the rest, but assuming these are the 4 tile patterns, the bottom right is a square and the top right is half a circle. That's something to get you started at least. So, how the fuck do I move you? Cool. It appears to be data logs from Reform Rage. My scholarly interest is piqued by the few of the labels, but none are relevant to the task at hand. I've also had no luck in locating more security cards, which have to rely upon our backup power strategy, I'm afraid. Right. Right. So, the square needs to be up there. No? Access the control panels and reconfigure the circuitry. Oh! Dumb. Okay. So that should be square. And I think this should be half circle, he said. But it should be one continuous, so that's touching that. No, that's not right then, because that should be touching that. Alright. What's going to touch the square? No. Triangle? No. Oh, circle. Okay. We're cooking. Triangle. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking even more. Ah, I did it. After being dumb, I did it. You can install the circuits, inform your comrades. Okay. It was dumb for like 2 seconds, and then I fixed it. That's the main thing. It worked! We did it away. The lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Charles, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation the Early Days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Ah, looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organisation came during Alexandra's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calyx designs for new defensive solutions funded in part by the Treasury. In large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet he still published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So, it was then that war came to our kingdom. My father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my son's succession to the throne, I suspect this spared me the reports on the endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he's ever been the type to value ideals over compassion. I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the doors to the lab should now be accessible. I'll give everything a once over just to be sure. Okay. Oh, that's the end of the mission. The energy current seems to be stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from inside out. Fucking hell. And that is where we're going to leave it because I need to eat. But we are halfway through the patch. We've done 5 out of 10 missions. I think there's just this. Oh no, there's 2 more. Then there's the dungeon and the duty, and then 2 more after that. So we should finish it Friday and think we'll be on to Final Fantasy VII on Saturday evening. Thank you everyone that's been here. It's been a short one, mainly because the game had to download, and also I had a little nap, and I also caught my hand in the car door. But it's fine. I actually bounced back from these things really well, I don't know how. So we're going to find someone to raid. It's a Wednesday night. I have no idea who's live. Let's have a look. But I hope you enjoyed it. The patch has potential, I think. No one is playing Final Fantasy, which is surprising. I thought more people would be playing it. Maybe they're saving it for the weekend, who knows. Okay, what's everyone else playing right now? Alright. Let's go find someone new. Bam 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 bam. So we'll be back on Friday, I probably should have said that, to finish the patch. And then Saturday after work, and then Sunday for a long stream day. But we're just doing Stardew and Final Fantasy VII, mainly because I want to get into 7, and also I just think it'd be nice. Alright, let's try and find someone who's not doing MSQ further than what we're doing. Host Shadowbringers. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing 7.3. There's so many people to choose from. Fuck. May contain sexual themes. Crikey. Back to suffering. Okay, they're doing 7.3. I think they're past where we are. That may have potentially been a spoiler. Fuck. Right, let's see what this person's like. Bear with. Okay, this person seems cool. Right, everyone, we're gonna go raid. I'm gonna go eat and sleep because my eyes hurt. I'll see you all Friday. That's all I have to say, really. I always end these streams really tired. But make sure to give this person some love. It looks like they're going for affiliate. They're called Peachy. And I will see you all soon. Bye!